Hello and welcome back, or welcome if you haven't been here. Today we're going to be sculpting just a bust. I don't really know what it's going to come out like. I don't have any plans in mind. So what we're going to do is just get our tool kit, a little bit of clay. We don't need a ton here. And then what we'll do is just kind of find, well, I'm not really doing the method anymore as much where I find the face. My latest method that I've been using is kind of just roughly kind of make a ball with the clay. Get it stretched fairly thin, not overly thin, but enough to safely cover your foil. Kind of just, for those of you from the north, kind of just make a snowball. For all others, kind of just, I don't know, you'll figure it out. Just roll it around. So we're going to just add some cheeks. I always start with the cheeks, and they're not always necessary, but I do start with them usually. Haven't been making oversized heads like I used to do, and I would think I would like getting back into that, but it just they're much easier to work with when you're at the point of when you're at certain stages of the process. They're much easier to see what you're working with. Like this would be very easy on a, I mean, I'm not going to say it's very difficult the way I'm doing it now, because it's really not. You just kind of find your shapes, define your shapes. I think I am going to start getting into this though, where we kind of give them like a strong, wrinkly kind of frown line. Kind of, you see what I'm going for here in the front, kind of drooping frown line here. And then we'll give this one kind of large lips, wide, in order to fill up that frown line that we got there. This face is taking shape fairly quickly here already. You see, this would be like the chin area. Going down, just kind of bringing our shapes all together here. Just trying to maintain a basic symmetry and not overworking the symmetry, but a very basic kind of. So you want these lines to be slightly rough. And I'm sure you can picture what I'm describing here with the kind of almost like a scowl, like a permanent scowl kind of coming down from the nose area, like so. Okay, and I think that's pretty good for that feature of this bust. And what I'm going to do is kind of accentuate that shape very, very slightly, bringing that down. I do tend to get a little bit of clay stuck kind of like almost between my fingers sometimes. And I think I overdid the work to clean up. So what I'll do is I'll just pull another little section here. That will kind of give us back that line work that we had there. And that's just going to be kind of roughly kind of building down toward the lips, which I'm going to just put in right here. And you see, we'll give it like this figure kind of a slight scowl. Yep. So when I make these, I have no idea what I'm going for until I get a feel for each individual piece kind of separately. So you see this one kind of just like a slightly downtrodden looking character. So we'll kind of round that out at the top with a, I don't usually do the matching lips like this anymore, but I think for this it is appropriate. I'll blend it in. You see this is a kind of sad. So we will kind of allow this shape to kind of stay a little bit, a little slight bit rough. And I'm trying to display here is that this person is elderly and you know, kind of tired and kind of just maybe fed up, you know, been through enough kind of look. I am losing it though. I am losing my shapes. I think the lips are a little too tall for this particular size face. So what I'll do is just kind of work the lips down. I kind of like that. Now we'll go back and we'll kind of just rough this top lip in a little bit better. We'll kind of blend that in a little bit better. I apologize for being out of frame for that portion of the video. Okay, and I think I lost my original. Oh no, we still kind of have it. It is now reminding me kind of Arthur from King of Queens. I don't know why. Rest in peace to his actor, by the way, Jerry Stiller. Rest in peace. Big rest in peace to Jerry. Okay, yeah, we kind of did lose our way with this one quite a bit. So we had much stronger line work in the beginning, and that's what I wanted to kind of keep. Kind of like disgust, a little bit of disgust, kind of. And that's much better right there. And we'll kind of put that right there. And pull this back here. And we'll do the same here. Making sure to loosely refine our edges. Pulling back everything here. Oh, that's not good. Kind of pulling back to meet for everything to kind of meet in the back of the head here. And you see we have kind of like the perfect amount of clay here too, which I like. Okay. So you see we kind of got this wrinkled kind of effect, kind of building down the face. This needs to come up a little forward and a little further. Again, we're going for like a kind of a tired, older person look on this build. And I think I slightly am losing my shape here. So we'll just kind of refine that again. I'm going to put a chin on here. I don't want to go, I really don't even want to put a chin on here because I do think it is going to kind of take, maybe it will work. Maybe it'll work, no problem for once here. On the channel, you know that this is a kind of constant struggle, just back and forth with your clay. No matter what your build, really, it's always going to be that, no matter what you're making. If you haven't checked out my second channel, you can find that at Buy My Rats. And I basically, you guessed it, make nothing but rats. Mostly nothing but rats and cats. I did also make one turtle on that channel. You see, we kind of have the senior citizen look going on here. Build that face up. Let that shape back down. Okay, I think we're pretty good there for what I'm going for with this particular piece. And we're gonna get a little bit crazy with it here, and we're gonna go ahead and give this one kind of bigger eyes than I normally would. One. And we'll kind of pull that over right there. And two. Okay, we're going to give it a little nose here, nothing too crazy. Maybe we'll give it like one of those sharper noses so it takes up a little bit of space going down. So to do that, I'll make a, let me pause this video while the dog freaks out. Okay, so to do that, back to where I was, kind of just make like a little cone, and then just kind of work your shape in. Trying to stay fairly even around the, around all the edges and the top and sides and everything. Again, we're working on kind of an older person here. I usually do make older, kind of senior citizens out of clay. I don't know why. I don't always paint older people, but I do tend to prefer making older people out of clay for some reason. I think they have more interesting features when it comes to clay making. Sculpting, clay making. I'm not making clay, I'm making sculptures. Okay. Well, let's see a couple of issues here. We'll fix that. We'll kind of shape this. We'll reform what we were going for originally. Bringing all that clay back. See, it we'll kind of leave the clay a little bit rough in some spots because it does make it look more like a little senior citizen here. And we'll kind of just leave that like a beat up looking nose. I do like that look of the nose. I think it looks well for this figure. And again, you see we got kind of the lips right here. And then I took two ball shapes. And what I'm going to do is just place them in the eye. This is a signature technique. I don't know if anyone else does this. I know I got it from myself though, so I'm proud of coming up with it, even if someone else already did, because it has served me pretty well. So I make like kind of like a clay cap, and I kind of just press it in. Very carefully remove what we got here. We'll see, with that one we lost a little bit, but I think I can get away with just repressing right there, and I think we might. I don't know if I like that or not. I think I kind of actually do like that quite a lot. I'm not Not really entirely sure though. Tell you what, just to be safe, I am gonna press a little tiny bit more clay in there. This one does want to fight me quite a bit more than the other one did. And we almost had it. We still almost do have it. And that right there is the birth of a new technique. So what you see there was just an accidental technique development where I create my first ridge with the eye. You have to recognize when an accident creates a new technique, and that's something that Mrs. Evans taught me in 4th grade. And she was so mean, and then it turned out that she was right the whole time. When you have an accident occur and it works out, like in this instance, this secondary ridge shape appeared from me having to place the clay back in twice. You kind of just roll with that and keep that up. And now this is off, but I do like it, so we're going to keep it. This is an older gentleman, so I'm going to give him kind of larger ears, like I like to do. Just find your ear shape, find your ear placement. Don't overwork the ears, but you do want to have them on their well. So there you go. That's it. One. This one's too big, I think, but we'll go with it anyway. Two. Again, you want to have that on there. You do not want to play with the ears. You don't want to risk the ears falling off your pieces, which this one very well may. See, the back is not. As you see, this one wants to fight me, so I'll just take it all the way off. I'm not going to risk it. Matter of fact, we're going to buff it up. We're going to give it a little more size. Slightly more, not. And we'll just go ahead and place it one more time. Very lightly positioning it on the face, bringing it in. And again, this is something I don't mind doing over and over if I have to. Now what I think I want to do, although I said I didn't want to do this, I think I'm going to give this guy a little bit stronger of a chin feature in order to prop up the mouth there. And that's really the main reason I want to do this, is just to kind of make sure the mouth is visible. You see, there you go, much better. And we lost the ear. I'm not really super surprised about that. And what I'm gonna do first is just get this chin evenly put on. I apologize for being out of frame again. Get the chin kind of in position. Yep, that's pretty good. Okay. And we're going to make kind of a thicker ear because the thinner ear does not seem to be working with this one. way too big. So we'll just find that right balance, no worries. And then what we'll do, find the placement, that's about exactly right. Bring it in, bring it in, bring it in, blend it in, and you're good. I don't know what this is about here. I really don't know what that line's about there. I don't remember putting that line in there, but I actually kind of like it. So what I'll do is just lightly put a similar line kind of on that side. Kind of going up maybe. Yeah, we'll go right up toward the nose lightly. Okay, so again, this ear doesn't want to look good, but I think I like it overall. I think I do. Yeah, I do like that. Okay, so we got another kind of older man, older gentleman, and I think we're pretty much good to go here. There's a little hair right here. Little things like that will actually drive me crazy, and then I run the risk of ruining the whole sculpture to get one little piece of fuzz out. But I'm gonna go with it anyway. This is kind of reminiscent of some of my earlier pieces, I think. I really like that. It's been a while since I've had something like this kind of come across. And another piece of hair, there's no way in hell. There's actually no way, I don't know what's going on here. Maybe I need to cut my hair. Can't keep risking my sculptures like this. Okay, so that's kind of like a little old man. I think I'm pretty happy with that overall. Getting that eye up a little bit. Yep, happy with that. Okay, so we'll get this in the oven and we will come back with the final result photos.